What's going on, you guys? Elite here, and now in today's video, if you couldn't tell, I have L7 mugged with me. Say what's good, bro.
So dudes.
So if you guys didn't watch my last video, I basically said I was doing a series where I interview other YouTubers, other people in different teams, and Mugged is going to be the first one on this series. This is one of the first videos for the L7 RC, so hopefully the leads like that and Orbit. But yeah, we're going to get right into the questions. Alright. So, if you don't know, me and Mug go way back from Regal, well, at least one of my first big teams,
As well.
and that's how I met him, and he's gotten far in this community. So, one of my first questions is going to be, how long have you been doing this for, Mug? How long have you been streaming and doing YouTube?
Well, I've been doing YouTube probably since I was like, I don't know, I want to say like 10 years old. So it's definitely been a minute, but it went from being like that little cringy kid with like that little squeaker,
Yeah.
to just like seeing like opportunities and stuff, and basically like you just got to take advantage of them sometimes, and like don't be scared to do stuff that some people might criticize, but whatever really makes you have fun, do that. Follow what like makes you literally be you on this, like in this entire community, instead of just following what people want to see.
Right. Alright, one of my next questions is going to be, how long did it actually take you to start getting noticed in this community?
It was actually, no, it was less than a year ago. I joined Regal November 30th, 2015. So basically, all I did was do YouTube, and at the time I had around 200 subscribers. It wasn't much. I got like 10 views a video or so. Like it was just horrible. But then a lot of people like started telling me, yo, go for this RC, good things can happen,
Yeah.
and I came into this RC seeing that there's like 20,000 views on their video. I'm like, there's no chance. But I just kept grinding, and like after I joined Regal, like more people started coming, like watching my videos, and like people started calling me underrated and stuff. And I just kept basically like grinding and for going for like bigger goals and bigger goals. And then
Right.
now I have over 1,000 subs on YouTube, over 1,000 followers on Twitter. I have a good following on Twitch, and now I'm in L7, so
Ha,
it
good stuff.
definitely changed a lot.
Alright, so one of my next questions is going to be, what makes you want to do this?
Well, like my entire life, it was basically like getting bullied, and then you just kind of just give up on like basically taking all like the pressure and all that, and I just started converting that into something funny. I just started like, if somebody makes a joke out of me, I make a joke out of their hate. I just
Right.
started making people laugh constantly, and then that kind of gave me a passion for just making people smile. If
Right.
somebody hates on you and you make them laugh after, odds are they're gonna stop, and they're gonna be more friendly and all. So I just started trying to make everybody have fun, trying to make like everything as like give it as a positive of a vibe as I can. So basically, when I started YouTube, it was just to like show friends like how I play like video games, and then when I realized it can be so much more than it really is, I started trying to make people happy and stuff instead of just playing video games. So now even if you don't watch the video, you can still just listen and have fun.
Yeah. Alright, so one of my next questions is, how do you feel that you're an inspiration to some people? You've definitely become one of those people that people look up to because you were in one of the smaller teams that I was in, and you've gotten far. Congratulations to you on that. So how do you feel?
Okay, well, I still like remember the first time that anybody has ever told me that, and I found it absolutely insane. Like literally, I had to take a moment. I couldn't even reply. I was just speechless, and I just remembered all the times that somebody like made a joke out of it because I only had a couple like subscribers, and they're looking at all these people with millions and whatever.
Right.
And a lot of people just doubt you, especially IRL people. They just say you will never make it and all that. And I just kept proving them wrong every time. Like I went for RCs and I made it. Like out of all the people, I got chosen. That is something to me, and I don't care if they don't notice it. And I just kept pushing and grinding, hustling every day, and like I just kept building up into what my branch is now. So seeing that somebody can look up to me and see what I did and call it an inspiration, I find it insane because them saying that alone inspires me, and it's just I wouldn't be able to do any of it without them. So if I can motivate them while they motivate me, I think I'm doing it pretty well.
Right. That's good stuff. All right, now one of my next question is, as you mentioned, some people don't support it. What does your family think? Do they support it? Do they think this is a job? What do they think?
Okay, well that is a little bit more personal, but
If you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to.
No, it's all good. To summarize, obviously, what any parent would ever tell you, they don't understand it. How can somebody make videos or whatever and earn money? It just makes zero sense. You need a degree. It's all by the books, right?
Right.
So until they see, then they'll never believe it. And it doesn't matter how many examples you can throw at them, they just won't. It's not a thing.
Right.
Then again, when I do like go and I'm like I hit 1,000 subscribers, they start to think and they're like, that's a lot of people, you know. So
Right.
while you move up, I guess they're kind of more okay with it. But at the same time, their main concern is just me doing well in school and all that, because they're still all by the books,
Right.
and that's kind of how
I
it is.
definitely get where you're coming from. I do have people that don't support it, that don't see this as a job either. And I have tried to explain it to them, but they just don't understand. Now, there's not much we can do there. All right. But now we're going to go to the next question is, what honestly do you think is wrong with the COD community? Do you think it's dying? Do you think people are leaving for good reasons? What do you think about that?
Okay, so this is a question that kind of requires a little bit more thought, and that's just because there's so many people in the COD community that are all closed-minded. People complaining about boots to the ground, but realistically, the community is moving up, whether they come or not. It really doesn't matter, because people that only recorded BO3, example, FaZe Agony, he gained the most amount of views he's ever been getting in his entire career, all from BO3. So that's just proof right there that if he can average millions of views a month just because of playing the newer games, so can other people, and the community is definitely not dying. The only thing that's kind of sad to see is that a lot of OG people are leaving just because they're so like focused on the old CODs. They're not willing to move forward and kind of notice some of the similarities, some of the changes and all that. Like when there's a new game that comes out, you should go and look at it as a new game, not look at it as an old game and just imagine it as that.
I definitely get what you're saying. Do you think the chances are high of a team that starts off brand new now getting big or getting known now?
It always depends on the people in the team. If somebody knows what they're doing, I believe in 100% the fact that it can easily get started up. Example, Valor was a team that I was leading a week ago. Sadly, I had to leave because I just had too many things on my plate to balance. But the team is great. The leaders know what they're doing, and within the first like week or so, they already gained about 700 followers now, and they're definitely going to be going somewhere. I can promise you that. But there's other teams as well, like Nava, Vale. I'm not sure about Vale anymore, but when they were starting out, they were literally on the rise, like they were going viral. And there's just a lot of teams that if they know what they're doing, they're definitely going to make it far. Just be sure to not just joke around. Be a little bit more professional about it when it comes to teams, and that's pretty much it.
All right, one of my next questions is, how do you balance out school and streaming and making videos and all that?
Okay, so basically, especially this year, because this like my marks from this year go like for the future.
Right.
So this year I have to be really focused. So for the first part, I literally didn't post for like a month on YouTube. I stream like on the weekends and whatever, but now I've just made a schedule. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, I stream, and that's every other day. And then I used to post videos every other day as well. So basically, it was daily uploads, but I just spaced it all out so I had time throughout my day to do everything that I had to do. I believe that making a schedule is probably the best thing you can do, because number one, it opens like your life to more opportunities for stuff. Example, like you know when you have to study, you know when you have to like do like your video, you know when you have to stream, you know when you have to go to the gym, whatever. It lets you do all those things together. On top of that, it makes you more consistent on your social medias, and people like to see that, and people know when to come back. So it's a win-win-win.
Good stuff. All right, now one of my next questions is, what would you say to the people that are only doing this for money? Do you have anything to say to them in particular?
If somebody's just doing this for money, firstly, it's very obvious in their videos. Like, there's a lot of people that you just watch and they don't look like they're having fun, you know, and it's
Right.
kind of sad to see because there's people that are making a lot of money and it's great, you know, it's great for them, but if you're not doing something you love, then what's the point of doing it in the first place? That's like saying you'd rather go an extra 11 years just to become the best doctor you can, just so you earn the most. Like, let's say you hate it every single time. Why would you go for 11 years if you don't want to do it?
Right.
It's really dumb, and I find that if you love doing something, it's gonna be a million times better than earning more money in another place.
All right. Now my next question is, what teams are you currently grinding for, or what?
I currently really want to join Obey, and sorry for cutting you off there,
Oh, you're good.
but I currently really want to join Obey. Their roster looks really stacked though, so I doubt it. Um, but the only teams I would ever leave L7 for are Obey, Red, or FaZe. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna stay in L7. I love the team. So many big things are coming, and it's just every like time I just look at the name, even I just get like all hyped up for
I definitely feel what
all of
you're
it.
saying. I could definitely see a FaZe mugged in the future. I have two more questions. Will you buy XP supplements using code ELITE for 10% off? Alright,
Shout out
no.
Elite. I'm kidding.
And do you support L7 Elite?
I do support L7 Elite. I support everybody that goes for the RC.
Good shit.
Good luck to everybody
Well,
going for it.
That actually brings up
and-
one more question. I'm sorry for cutting you off there, but
Oh,
what tips do you have for people that are going for the L7RC, the DRC, just any recruitment challenge in general?
So I've probably been in 3 collab videos for people so far, and like I'm there to help everybody out that's going for it. So the main tips I can give is be entertaining in your videos, get nice cuts, like don't just cut out in the middle of your sentence or anything. Be sure to literally take the time to edit your videos. Don't rush uploads. Doesn't matter if you're less consistent when your uploads are better, or you're more consistent but like your uploads are worse. It's kind of not worth it. So
Right.
just be sure to take time on your videos. Be somewhat professional about it, and just make sure to have good cuts. Be entertaining. Background music is a big thing, and yeah,
Alright, now that you're answering these questions, it's bringing up more questions. I hope you don't mind.
go for
Do
it.
you have any tips for people that don't have the money to get started? What would you tell people to do if they have a bad setup, if they don't have the proper computer or microphone, or do you have any tips?
Okay. So when I started YouTube, literally, when I started back at the time, there was a lot of people doing this. So do not do it now, obviously. But
Right.
I just like literally had a laptop facing the TV, so that's kind of what I did. But now you can record from the Xbox itself, like Xbox One or PS4. I'd recommend doing that, uploading it to like YouTube, downloading it from like any computer or laptop you have. It doesn't matter how good it is or bad. There's a lot of ways to download YouTube videos. Just download it down and put in editing software. You can find a lot of them for free, or you can get cracked ones. I would not recommend it. Or or just buy one for a cheap price. But if you have like a MacBook, for example, iMovie comes with it, so that's always good. And there's just a lot of things like that. So yeah, you can basically just do that to edit your videos. Mic-wise, a lot of people use their phones. Like Grade A Under A, he has a couple million subscribers. He uses his phone to record his audio, and then uses like Windows Movie Maker to edit them. So really, it doesn't take much. It just takes dedication.
That's some good stuff. That phone you pointed out, that's actually a good point. I am using this as my backup just in case this mic, for some reason, the recording doesn't get recorded properly. And for the face cam, I also have my backup camera just sitting there recording me. Now, one of my next questions is probably going a little bit off topic, but which is your favorite Gamma flavor?
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys see it because like I have an iPad there now, but like 7 tubs of G Fuel. So
Wow.
I've tried a good amount, and on top of that, there's a couple tubs that I've already thrown out because like they're just really old. But my favorite flavor would probably have to be either blue ice or pink lemonade. I love those 2 flavors, and in the beginning, I didn't really like it. I ended up loving it, so I definitely recommend that. Fazeberry is also really good, so there you go.
All right, that's some good stuff. that's gonna be it for this interview, guys. Mug, I thank you for coming on here. You definitely said some good stuff, answered some really good questions, gave some really good answers. You're definitely an inspiration to this community. So keep up the work that you're doing, man. I definitely see you getting far in this community. Your actives though on Twitter, dude, they're crazy. You get like 60 likes a tweet now, dude.
That's been this week. It's insane. Lately, I went from having like 2 to 7 likes a tweet to like 40 to 60 and up. So it's just literally in the middle of class, I just look at Twitter and I'm just like, I just look up and I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you have
so much grinding put together.
I'm sorry for cutting you off there. Do you have notifications turned on your phone for this?
For what?
Twitter. For your notifications?
Yeah, of course. They're always going off.
Right.
If somebody supports me, I gotta support them back. So
Yeah,
like, if somebody follows, I gotta drop likes on their tweets. You know, if somebody likes my tweets, I gotta like back. You know, it's gonna be a like war.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be it for this interview. Appreciate you coming on again, man. But that's it. I don't have any more questions. Good stuff. Thanks.